EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. Today we hit double digits, week 10, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Indianapolis Colts taking on the New England Patriots. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. Marcus Jones going to elect to bring this one out. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. You look at this Colt defense. They've been pretty much a mess against the pass, number 31 in the league.
Theories abound. People have opinions. But too often for this team this season, it's been the big play that's done them in.
Second and 10.
Here we go. 11. Here we go. 11.
Throwing Jones. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
And that might have been a situation where even though you don't hit on the deep throw, you at least put in the defender's minds early in the game that we're going to press the ball deep against your secondary. And that can have a ripple effect on how... out.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Now Jones. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that may get lost in the grand scheme of things, but one thing's for sure. You certainly don't want to go 3 and out to start the game. So that's a nice job of finding the right play call and coming up with a first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he takes this out right near the 45-yard line. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. The Patriots at 4-5, a game under 500. They come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around. I expect them to play really well here.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Back to throw. Jones. A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Now a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Jones. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. It was the linebacker, Shaquille Leonard, who applied the heat.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
Work now for Jones and the Patriots here after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Whether that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, by any means necessary on 3rd down, he was able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. First and 10, it's Richardson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Well, Charles, you think about this defense. This week in preparation, you couldn't hide the fact from them that they're facing a team that's lost 7 in a row. You just wonder if they prepared the same way they normally do.
Yeah, that's a great question because normally that preparation goes into what you do well on defense. What is the best thing that you do going into a game? But in this case, you might want to take all the tendencies and throw them out the window. I would expect them to throw every trick play in the book right out of the gate in order to try and get something established and get things moving.
Here comes 3rd and the length of the football. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And some room to run now. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And he gets this one down to the 24. A big gainer there on 3rd and 1. 47 yards on the ground. With that last effort, he topples the 5,000-yard mark for his career.
And that doesn't place you among the absolute greats that have ever played the game. But it's a significant achievement and a very, very solid career.
Touchdown! Will Mallory with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Colts are on the board first here this afternoon.
The losing streak had taken on a life of its own, and I think it infiltrates a team when you're on that much of a slide. But this group has managed to focus, come out early, and put a touchdown on the board. They look like they mean business in this one.
They do. Now the key, holding on to that attitude, because, man, that streak has been a struggle for them. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. On the return is Jones from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And they come in losers of 2 straight. And remember, they've got the open date on their calendar next weekend. But and the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. Points 1, 2, and 3. And their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
And he is out of bounds up past the 10. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
11 yards on the play. Brings up third down and 12.
They need 12 here. It's third down. Operating from the gun, Jones. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A big one there on third down. They hit for 30 yards.
What my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. And the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and then he's got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. From the 35, here's 2nd and 3. Looking to throw. Jones. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Oh, and that is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up. Converged on his man and broke the play up.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Jones. It's Dobbins on the out route, bringing it in. And he will have the Patriots first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him at the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
And this is incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. To throw again on 2nd down. Jones. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. And the Colts are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. In the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one, that mind stays cluttered the entire time they're away, and they've got to scramble to get back in sync when they start playing again.
On first down, Richardson. Out to the right and complete to Pittman. So the completion good for just 3. And it'll be second down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? It's certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
And he'll get across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. So we're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on 4. That's to his running back, complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. That one good for 17 yards on 4th. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. First down. Richardson looking to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Richardson now on second down. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
One thing you have to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't. But he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And he didn't get it there. No, it's no good. Just shy of the crossbar, and this will remain a one-touchdown game.
Trying to build on that opening drive touchdown, but the drive stalls out. And then you get the missed field goal here, so they wind up with nothing to show from drive number 2.
They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And a pretty quick burst there as they get this across midfield and down to the 46. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. That toss play right, we know it's one of the successful plays they have in their arsenal, and they showed you why there.
And remember, in order for it to be successful, because it's a little bit of a slower developing play.
There he goes, left side. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. J.K. Dobbins with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Patriots are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. McKenzie now from his end zone. And he returns this to the 22. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest. You get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done, because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Really good coverage all over the field. It took away his intended read and almost dared him to tackle his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
This offense so far on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. On third down, here's Richardson. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Dietrich Lawrence running through and dropping him for the sack. On 4th down, the Colts will call on Roberto Sanchez for the punt. The all-pro return man Marcus Jones deep for New England. Fielded just inside the 30. 40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return, and the Patriots take over. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they have the game here, followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
2nd down and 8. Another run here with Dobbins. There he goes, right side. He may go. All the way in. Touchdown, New England. J.K. Dobbins with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Patriots have taken the lead. Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Ryland now following the touchdown, back out to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived, as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they get this game tied up.
We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter, 14-7. 1st and 10, Taylor now. And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And he's caught, and he's got some space here. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Here's 2nd and 10. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. 3rd and 1, Richardson to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact brought the ball free. It's 4th down.
He was trying to get that one out to his running back out of the backfield, but that one was read and timed perfectly, and they were able to break it up.
Going for it on 4th. Here's Richardson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And the Patriots defense is going to take over on downs. New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half. I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Jones throw into the hands of Henry here. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
A little bit of daylight on that 1st down run sets him up nicely. 8 yards on the carry. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half. Now Jones to throw on 2nd down. Got his man. It's Thornton. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 1st half. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked up by Juju Brents. And the Colts will take over possession here up at the 44. Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner. And with good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had 1st-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. He called that pick in early, and he shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
Richardson's throw caught by Pierce. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Richardson to the air on 1st down. Got his open man. It's Mallory. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this 1st half. 1st and 10. Richardson looks to throw it. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the 1st half winds down.
Now Richardson back to throw it. He's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Will Mallory in the final seconds of the first half. And the Colts have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Here's Gay now to add the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So the late touchdown ties things as they will kick this one away in the final stages of the half. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And the half will begin with a touchback. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. DeForest Buckner using that size to force his way in there and make the stop behind the line. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Back to throw. Jones. He's going to look downfield for Henry. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
Just a 25-yard punt, not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
And that sack, Charles, just looked like a case where a speedy defensive end is a little bit quicker than the offensive tackle.
Yeah, it makes it difficult for a tackle to determine what exactly to do. Do you do the kick slide and try and get back in the pocket and meet him there? Do you meet him on the line of scrimmage where they call a quick set? In any event, right now,
under pressure, they got him again. Trey Flowers, the former Arkansas Razorback, in there to get him.
So when you have good field position to start a drive and you give up back-to-back sacks, that can be demoralizing for a team.
Back-to-back sacks have this place in a frenzy as they line up again, 3rd and long now. 3rd and long for Richardson. And it's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. And his kick is good. And they take a 17-14 lead. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Jonathan Taylor, touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor, 75 yards. And the Colts have retaken a 3rd quarter lead. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. Just, I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. Jones. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And he will bring it interception return for a Colts TD.
That offense trying to erase that deficit, get a little bit closer here and climb back into this game in the third quarter. Instead, they further their disadvantage, Charles, with a pick six.
And that defense came out willing to do anything necessary to defend that lead. I think they looked around the huddle and said, who's going to make the big play? Who's it going to be? And the person who just ended up in the end zone with the football, he was the one that answered the bell.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11.
No run back here for Jones. A touchback.
The Pats at the line, ready to go.
And not the first time that they're coming back out off of a turnover, but the last one really hurt, Charles, with that pick six.
And it feels like the whole team's infected right now, doesn't it? It's not just been one person. It's kind of been a group effort where the mistakes have happened. Can they put that aside, kind of start over, and put together a nice drive?
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. And the return will stop right around the 25. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
The Eagle. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Matt Judon in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Taylor. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now it's Richardson.
And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
Well, maybe that's the spark that they needed here, Charles. Trailing, but a big block. We'll see if that swings the momentum a bit.
You mentioned the word spark. I'm just wondering, as they went off the field and the offense was coming out, did one of those special teams members say, hey, obviously we haven't given up on this one. We've given you a little bit of a spark. What are you going to do with it?
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he will be taken down. A big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the third quarter. And that is going to do it for this third quarter. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
They'll go again with Dobbins.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Down inside the 20. Wow, 204 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Now Jones. eluding the pressure right. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Throwing, Jones. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw and a good one.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Patriots come up empty on 4th down. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Big stop on the turnover on downs to get the football back, and now it's just all about salting this one away.
Yeah, just slowly bleed the clock away. Clock's definitely on your side. And, you know, when we talk about analytics in the game, what is this one? The advanced win metrics? Because if you take care of the football here, bleed the clock down, with about 95% chance.
Oh, yeah, I'd say 95 or better. And I know you always say it, every coach does. It's just protecting the football at this point.
Yeah, and knowing that the defensive guys, they're coming after the ball more than they are the person. They want to knock it free.
Here's Richardson to throw.
And that is incomplete.
Going for the knockout right there. I'm thinking about 2 scores. I'd be worried about an interception, but playing this way is what got this lead. So you may as well ride it out to the end.
"21 yards, well done on the return. And the Patriots will have great starting position as they take over 1st and 10. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive, Jones. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Down the sideline he goes. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. So that is 2 pick sixes he's thrown in this football game. Now you take those away, Charles, it's a completely different situation.
It totally is, but guess what? They have to deal with what they have now, okay? So they can't just mentally go, well, if we hadn't thrown those pick sixes, we'd be okay. Here's where you are. Here's where you're going to battle. But guess what? They're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination.
Gay is on for the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Patriots 17.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback.
They're on the 25-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the fourth. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Meanwhile, Jones' throw taken in by Thornton.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Jones hit, and the ball's out.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely.
Up the middle, here's Taylor.
And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down.
Now Richardson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Second down, another run with Taylor.
Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be giving a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line. Yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. And they'll indeed take a knee.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for Indianapolis, it's a second win on the year now as they move to 2-8. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for New England, it was a game they really needed as they drop back